Hello, my name is Jeremy Deltson. This is my week one turning point video. As far as my path to mastery and who I desire to become, it's pretty straightforward. I just want to help the healthcare industry by using my love of games as well as my knowledge of a bit about the healthcare industry to create interactive and fun experiences for people who are doing rehabilitation and different things. I have a love of games, so that's pretty straightforward. But I also worked in the healthcare field for quite a while. I was a pharmacy technician for quite a bit. Filling prescriptions. Helping people out with their questions and stuff like that. And I was also a paraprofessional at a local high school for a little while. And what a paraprofessional is someone who helps the ESE students, that's exceptional student education, those with like developmental disabilities or physical handicaps, throughout their day. It's kind of like a teaching assistant for the teachers in that section. Uh, for the first of the five strategies I want to reflect about is the returning to your origins. Was a little bit about Ingmar Bergman. He's pretty similar. Well, I'm pretty similar to him in the fact that he had a pretty much a love of what he wanted to do from a very very young age, and I was very similar to that when I was younger. I always liked to help people. I started out in retail and got a lot of customer service experience and actually enjoyed that. And then later on moved into the healthcare industry and continued that. For the second of the five strategies, occupy the perfect niche. There are there are some, but there are not very many organizations or companies trying to gamify the healthcare industry as far as some of the things that I want to do. There are some. I went to Orlando IX and I saw a few, like one or two different companies there, and I thought that was pretty interesting. So it was more fuel on the fire for me to keep going. For the third strategy, avoid the false path. I find myself in the same boat as Mozart. He kind of went down the path that his father kind of wanted to kind of pay him back. As far as myself, I went down through retail and learned a little bit about customer service and stuff like that. And it wasn't quite the right fit, but that's all I had the experience in until I got the opportunity to become a paraprofessional and got a little bit more experience in the healthcare industry, and that kind of opened my eyes up to a whole different world. And it was a lot better doing that kind of stuff than retail. For the fourth strategy, letting go of the past, I find myself on a similar path to Freddie Roach, as far as banging your head up against the wall until the point you can't really take it that much. Luckily, I was lucky enough to pivot into the healthcare industry by becoming a paraprofessional, and instead of forgetting or just trying to stay in the past with the retail, I tried something different and it worked out. For the fifth strategy of find your way back, that's pretty straightforward for me. I'm going from someone who has used the healthcare industry to better my health, and now I'm gonna go start helping the healthcare industry help other people with their health. To expand on one of the strategies, I would have to probably choose return to your origins. Um, as far as my pivot was when I became a paraprofessional, and one of the things that really changed my mind about doing things is I was working with this one young lady who had a developmental and physical challenge, and we were doing physical rehabilitation with her 3 times a week, and all she had to do was move a weight, from one spot to another, and she to say the least, she hated it. It's not fun, it's not exciting, just to try to get some of that muscle back, that muscle mass back, so she could move around a little bit more. So she loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I found that out pretty quickly. All her backpack was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, her pencils, her erasers, everything was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and her favorite was Raphael. So I decided to try to gamify her workout a little bit. So I went and bought a little Raphael little plushie toy, sewed a little elastic circle on it so you could kind of put it over the hand weight, and then I bought a plushie Shredder. That's the bad guy in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And so I would put the shredder on towards the back, the shredder plushie, and have her, make Raphael tied to the weight move back and forth to escape Shredder. And after that, she loved doing it. She did it. She was so successful in it. She kept going up in weight, and she made her so much more easier to work with, and she was so much more happier. So that's kind of one of the points where I kind of realized, hey, gaming and the healthcare industry is probably a good combination. As far as my dream career, that's going to be, helping design games and interactive experiences that help better people's lives in the healthcare industry, whether it's, rehabilitation or learning how to use a prosthetic arm. And the two ways that I think that I can jumpstart my path to that career is one, by heavily networking with the healthcare industry here in Central Florida, where I live. I live in Daytona Beach, and learn how to write a little more technically, as far as on the healthcare side, because it's there's a lot of terminology to learn. So kind of upping my game, writing technically will be the second goal I think I can achieve. Thank you for listening to my Turning Point video. Have a great day.